So a strategy that I think is very low cost at the minute and high impact is what we call advanced remarketing or retargeting. So most people watching this will kind of think, well, yeah, we do remarketing or retargeting. We kind of get that, right? And for those of you who don't know what it is, it's essentially you go onto a website, you've experienced this, you leave, and then you get banner ads, videos of particular products or services following you around, following in inverted commas. The first thing you can do to enhance this that everyone seems to miss is actually follow people around for the maximum amount of time possible, which for Google and YouTube is 540 days. That's a year and a half. Now the first objection comes up and goes, well, Marcus, no, I'm not going to follow people around for a year and a half. That's stalking, that's annoying them, etc. It's like, well, yes, if your banner ads and videos and your content's just generic with your logo, then yeah, that would be a bit spammy and stalkery and annoying. But this is where you can get quite creative. You can take actually sort of like good strategies from email marketing, content marketing, and follow people around with really good engaging content, because then it works as a bit of a thought leadership piece, right? They're always seeing you and your brand, and you can tell different stories, so each week you can do that. The idea is as well, is you want them to perhaps click on one of your ads, and then they come back to a web page and add it to either a new remarketing list with different ads, but also add it for another 540 days. Now, this isn't entirely direct marketing, this is slightly softer, but because it's so low cost at the minute, it actually makes a lot of sense. Remarketing, generally speaking, is done on a pay-per-click or a bidding model, right? So you take things like YouTube in-stream remarketing, so you follow people around with a YouTube ad. When we first started doing that for clients, maybe about 4 years ago or so, 3-4 years ago, the cost per view was about 3 or 4 pence, right? And that's only when someone watches more than 30 seconds, not just skips after 6 where it's a skip ad. Right, it's now at about, I think the average is about 20-25 pence. I'm certain that in the next sort of 5 years it'll go up to like £4 or £5 because more people will flood in. And I think that's the thing with digital marketing, you're always looking for the latest services or the new sort of things that different platforms are offering, because the CPCs are low relative to the impact they can have on your business. But if you combine that with really good engaging content, then actually I think you can stay front of mind of your target audience, follow them around with engaging content, and start driving them back down the funnel. I mean, I talked about full funnel optimization in another video, but marketing really is about selling the next step, taking people from each stage of the funnel, from the beginning right the way through to upselling, cross-selling. Well, imagine at every stage of the funnel, you added them to a new remarketing list. You might think, well, how do we do that? We only do it on our website. No, it can be on any web page, right? So you can put remarketing code on any web page. You know, it could be partners' web pages, or there's GDPR to be mindful of. But for example, you know, we've got sales teams, when they send out a deck to a lead that's come through the internet, they won't just send the PDF, they will actually send a web page, you know, to download the PDF, but that will then put a cookie on their browser, put them on a new remarketing list, follow them around with videos and collateral that helps increase the sales conversion rate. So you see how you can use remarketing for dialing up each stage of the funnel. And it's interesting, I speak to people about this and they hadn't really thought about it like that. You know, they just see remarketing as almost like, well, just to help with the sale on the e-commerce website, or just, you know, just to help increase conversion from, you know, click to inquire. But actually you can use it on every stage of the funnel. You can use it with current customers, right? Build up custom audiences, so on, and just follow them around with stuff that helps upsell and retain and makes them proud to be your clients. You know, you can do some really clever stuff. And you might think, well, there's a lot of content involved here. Well, yes, but the chances are you've probably already got that content, because actually content marketing, you know, about 6-7 years ago was in vogue. And most clients we speak to have a lot of content, and content we would call evergreen content. So it can be used regardless of the time. So I'm talking about Brexit or a particular year. So you can really use that in different parts of the sales and marketing funnel to increase conversion rate. And again, it's low cost, it's high impact. It's much better than spamming people with emails, which of course in Europe post GDPR is a much harder thing to do. You need to get the opt-in and the consent. So really, I think 2019 or 2020, depending when you're watching this, let's say if it's just 2019, that's something to really start thinking about with your strategy for next year. I think it's low cost, high impact, and the measurement and experience we've done with clients, we've actually had really great return on investment, despite it being slightly softer in terms of tracking the ROI.